Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Backroom. It's your boy CG.
It's your boy Bernard Bars.
Let's have a real conversation.
What's going on, man?
So, today I want to talk about a concept that, I think people kind of get caught up in the sequences of life.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want to call this episode is airplane mode. And airplane mode is basically coming off the concept of an airplane crashing. You know what I'm saying? Or if it comes into or turbulence. Mm-hmm. So I guess we could call this kind of like system turbulence of or the sequence that gets you into this thing, turbulence, and what you got to do in those situations in order to save yourself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to, like, say for instance on an airplane, if they hit turbulence and it gets something, it's a bad situation or whatever, you know what I mean? The oxygen mask come down.
Yeah.
So what they tell you to do is for you to put your mask on first.
Right.
Before you put anybody else's mask on. Because, like, if you lose oxygen,
yeah,
then how can you help anyone else? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're going.
And then also just think about this. Your oxygen mask, the tube that's providing oxygen to you is only so long.
Yeah.
So that means even when you get your own mask on, you can't help the whole plane. You can really only help the people in front of you, the person beside you, and the people behind you.
Okay.
So you shouldn't have to move out of your space to help the people that's in your that you can help. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that means that everybody that's, and it's up to, if everybody's really thinking about that concept, then everybody should have help pretty much almost instantaneously because they helping themselves first.
Oh man, I get it. I get this concept, man, because we lose a lot of time because we're not just trying to worry about ourselves, we're trying to worry about everybody else around us. Mm-hmm. And it's like, in a way, we start spreading ourselves thin.
Exactly.
So it's like, because I'm trying to help you, I'm trying to help this person, I'm trying to help that person,
right.
It's nothing left for me. So like you said, like if I don't go and help myself first, that's not selfishness. No. That's not like me not, he's only worrying about himself. I have to worry about myself first and foremost. Because if I take care of myself, then I can take care of you. I can take care of this person. Mm-hmm. But like, I really get that concept, man.
But see, even somebody who would call that selfish or say that you only worrying about yourself, they're actually the ones that are being selfish because they want you to worry about them. Right. Because if they had their airplane mode on, they would be worried about themselves. So if you were able to help, or if you were in that position to help them, they wouldn't even be looking for the help. It would just happen, and they would look at that as a blessing.
Yeah, and so like, even like we can touch on that, especially like when we were talking about like airplane mode. If you got your phone, when you turn on airplane mode, you block out everything, right?
Right. You focus on who?
Yourself, right? So no notifications, nothing can get in. And so it's crazy because to think about it, like even if you look at the concept of borrowing money from somebody or lending somebody money, most of the times, like, you should make sure yourself is secure before you go and lend somebody else money.
Right.
Lend them, because what they say, don't lend too much that you're gonna need back right away.
Right.
So like, we're in this concept now where it's I don't even have my leg to stand on yet before somebody is asking me to do something for them. And you see what I'm saying? And like you said, even if we're thinking about it now, that is a form of selfishness. When you see this person, he's just getting by for himself. He's really flourishing on his own, in his own way, and I come and drop, hey bro, man, I need this from you and I need that. I'm basically putting you in a bad situation.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think a lot of people think about it.
And you know, it's cause I've been in that situation, you know what I'm saying? And what it is that people don't understand is that when certain things might look easy for me,
Yeah.
but because of I've had myself in airplane mode off and on so much that like a lot of the stuff that happens for me,
Yeah.
it only really works in my situation.
Yeah.
But then people look like, oh, well, it's easy for you. But you don't look at the years that it built up to before this even became anything that could be possible.
Yeah. And man, I like this topic, man, because I think a couple conversations me and you had similar to this, that I was like, hey bro, you can't help everybody. But see, what ends up happening is it's hard for us to put our life in airplane mode, right? Because you care about so many people. And I used to see that to you, and I'm like, bro, you killing yourself, because you got to take care of yourself. You got to get yourself. If you're happy, it's hard, and I get it, because you want to make sure everybody else is good.
Mm-hmm.
But so when you look at that concept, it's hard to think about it like, dog, I have to put my mask on first, because you instantly think, oh man, you can't breathe.
Right.
I need to give it to you. I need to help you. But you forget, I gotta help take care of myself, man.
You know, it's almost like sometimes I think people look at it like, oh well, cause I held my breath, I got more oxygen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why didn't you help me? Cause you held your breath. You could have went up a couple rows more and helped me, and then got back to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But guess what? As I'm holding my breath, I'm actually killing myself. Cause I'm not actually recirculating the air.
Oh man.
So
that's deep, bro.
So, but that sometimes that can be the reality of it.
Yeah.
And what people don't understand is that you could quite literally be killing somebody, but just because they're so used to getting on with it, that they feel like it's okay.
Yeah.
Like he can handle it.
And and like we said, I think we have to get out of that feeling like, am I doing somebody wrong? Because I'm not rushing to your rescue.
Right.
Like, am I doing you wrong for actually trying to make sure I'm good first?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even if we break that down into like we go into the terms of, like you said, well, you have enough oxygen. Okay, I look at that also like money. Hey, bro, you got it.
Right.
Why don't you help me? Because you got it. You got it. But at the end of the day, like, I don't know what you planning on doing. I don't know what it is. You might can come in and change my situation, but that's not on you. That's not on any of us, like, who probably have more or so.
Right.
You know, that's not their responsibility to change your situation. You have to realize that. And most of the time we don't. We will end up getting mad. Man, I know he owned his house.
Right.
I can say that about you. Oh, I know he owned his house.
Right.
Bro, you ain't making no house payments. Like, I can tell you that. But is that wrong to say, hey, CG, hey man, help me. This and this. That's just true.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it goes into where we talk about your situation, their situation. We need a more, instead of saying situation, perspective.
Yeah. Just
because of your perspective, because we take it, we when we say somebody's situation, then it's like we already we going back into that mode where we turn the airplane mode off, because we're empathizing with their situation.
Yeah.
But instead of like, well, from your perspective, now you're saying like, because of how you're looking at me, we're not putting it back on you, because you're the one that's actually being selfish from saying that I'm not helping you, because so that's your perspective.
Yeah. And even with that, like, a lot of people don't want to view it from your perspective. They don't want to look at it from your perspective.
They want you to look at their situation.
Yeah. And so like like we said, man, like just understanding, like, okay, sometimes I have to put my life in airplane mode. Like even for me, like I have so many people that probably need something from me. And I remember telling a couple relatives of mine, like, I have to block out the noise. So it may be a day or so you may not hear from me. Like I have to do that for me. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I have to do to make sure that I'm good.
And you know, it be certain times where, like, you know, and I've told relatives and stuff like that, like sometimes I just want to be away
By yourself. And
it's not necessarily that I want to be away from everybody.
Yeah.
It's just like I need the time for me to be able to continue. Like, I don't mind helping, but if I can't help myself, you're gonna wear me so thin that I'm gonna be at the point where I can't help anybody, including me.
Yeah, and
so
you know what?
We all gonna be looking stupid.
Right, and you know what ends up happening with that though? We end up like, if you don't take that time for yourself, you start saying, nobody don't care what I got going on. Nobody don't do this. Like, nobody, like now it's in a way you start being mad at the world. You start being mad at every situation because first of all, you haven't took the time out to help yourself. And whatever that situation may be, like, and it doesn't have to mean, oh, okay, well, I gotta go buy myself something. I mean, it could, but you have to realize, like, hey man, I have to take care of myself as well as my significant other or this relative. I have to do something that I want to do because you are just important as anybody else. You know?
The thing is, I feel like if we all practice airplane mode, then when you come to a point where you need help, you won't need as much help as where you didn't even you just like you made that person part of the plan.
Yeah.
So like you didn't even try to get it to the point where I done went as far as I can go. I literally can't do anything else myself. Now let me reach for this help.
Yeah.
Cause I look at that in a way of my spirituality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't ask God for nothing until I done everything within my power.
Okay. I mean, for me, like, it's more so of with my spirituality, like, I had to learn the difference, you know, like, because it makes you feel like you was doing something wrong if I told somebody no. If I told you no, I felt like I'm doing something wrong in a way that I had to learn to practice this. Especially the stuff that you're saying, I had to learn to, like, you know what, man, I can't be there for everybody.
Right.
Like, and then if I'm not there for you, I feel like I did something wrong. Like, because usually what ends up happening to a lot of good people is we end up taking on, you allow somebody to put their stress on you and you take it on. And so then it started making you feel like once you start doing something for yourself and you're thinking purely about yourself, you feel like you did something wrong.
Right.
In a way, but it's not wrong, like we said, to actually put your mask on first, then allow the other person to breathe.
Right.
You know.
And I feel like, you know, just kind of, we had the kind of the end of the episode. I just wanted to say, like, you know, sometimes when you allow people to put their, you know, or don't interfere with someone putting their airplane mode on, you may be practicing that patience that may actually turn into a blessing, because that person putting that airplane mode on, focusing on themselves, you never know what it is that they may be doing and how it might actually benefit you, especially if you in that circle where they need to, you know what I'm saying, where you might need your mask on. Like, let that person gather themselves, because you never know. Like, shit, they may have some way to save the whole plane.
Hey, bro. It's deep, man.
But hey guys, it's been the Backroom. It's your boy CG.
This your boy Bernard Barr.
And we out.